No one in Darson village spoke its name aloud. They called it the Abomination only in whispers, and even then, never at night. It lived beneath the old well, the one sealed with stones and iron chains long before anyone could remember why. The elders always said the well had dried up. But on certain nights, when the moon hid behind thick, heavy clouds, the well breathed, thump, scrape, a slow, wet breathing from deep below the earth. Kofi first heard it the night his mother disappeared. He was only a boy, and he'd followed her footsteps outside, calling softly for her, afraid to wake the neighbors. The air smelled wrong, like rot and rain mixed together. That's when he saw it. The chains on the well were broken, snapped like old twine, and something was climbing out. It was shaped like a person, but nothing about it was human. Its skin hung in loose, wet folds, stretched too tight in some places and sagging terribly in others, as if it had been stitched together badly. Its limbs bent the wrong way, joints popping and cracking with each unnatural movement. And its face, was a twisted copy of his mother's, except the eyes were just empty. Black holes, and the mouth opened far wider than any human mouth should ever open. Kofi, it said, and it was her voice. It was his mother's voice. Come closer. He ran. He ran faster than he ever had in his life, not daring to look back. By morning, the elders knew the abomination was loose. They gathered what was left of the village and finally told the truth they had hidden for generations. Long, long ago, the villagers had tried to cheat death. When a sickness swept through Darson, they fed the bodies of the dead to the well, begging the spirits below to return their loved ones. Something answered, but it wasn't the spirits they had prayed to. The thing that lived beneath the well learned to wear the dead, and once it had learned enough, it wanted more. It wanted the living. That night, the abomination walked through the village. It went from house to house, knocking on doors, calling people by name, using the voices of those they loved and trusted. A wife calling for her husband. A child calling for their parent. Anyone who answered was never seen again. Their bodies were simply gone. When it reached Kofi's house, it did not knock. It crawled under the door, a slithering, boneless shadow. He hid beneath his bed, hands clamped over his mouth to stifle his screams, watching its silhouette twist and distort across the walls in the moonlight. It bent low to the ground, its bones cracking and resetting as it searched for him. I know you're here, it whispered, and it was no longer pretending to be his mother. Its voice was a dry, rasping thing of its own. I made her better. Just before dawn, the elders lit the fire. They had decided enough was enough. They burned the well, the broken chains, and everything around it. The abomination screamed not in pain, but in pure, unadulterated rage as the flames swallowed it whole, dragging it back into the scorched earth. When the fire finally died down, the well was gone, but so was half the village. To this day, the people of Darson lock their doors before nightfall. They stuff rags into the cracks beneath their doors and windows, and they pass down a single, chilling warning from one generation to the next. If you ever hear a loved one calling for you from outside after dark, do not answer, do not even look. Because the abomination remembers every voice it hears, and it is very, very good at sounding human. Thank you for listening to this tale from the shadows. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another journey into the dark. Until next time, stay safe, and whatever you do, don't answer the door.